You've tuned into Midnight Murmurs, your companion through the quiet hours here on the Wizarding Wireless Network. I'm your host, Cedric Thornbrook, and I'm so glad you've joined me tonight. Whether you are lying in bed, unable to drift off, sitting by a dying fire, with thoughts that won't settle, or simply seeking a friendly voice in the darkness, you're in exactly the right place. It's just past midnight now, and the world outside has that particular stillness that only comes in the deepest part of night. I'm here in my cosy studio, surrounded by soft lamplight, a warm cup of chamomile tea steaming gently beside me, and the gentle hum of magic keeping our broadcast reaching every corner of the Wizarding world. For those of you who are new to Midnight Murmurs, this is a safe space, a gentle space. We're here to share what's on our minds, what's keeping us awake, and sometimes just to know we're not alone in the darkness. Tonight feels a bit unusual, I must say. I've been receiving owls all day about some rather curious happenings. Owls flying during daylight hours, unusual weather patterns, strange dreams, but we'll get to all of that. For now, let's ease into our evening together. My wand is at the ready to connect your calls, so if you're out there and you need someone to talk to, simply tap your wand 3 times and think of Midnight Murmurs. I'll be right here, waiting to listen. And there's our first caller already. The enchanted crystals here are glowing softly, which means someone needs us. Let me just adjust the charm here, and we'll bring them through. Welcome to Midnight Murmurs. You're on the air with Cedric. May I ask your name?
Oh, hello Cedric. This is Miriam. Miriam Catchpole. I'm calling from a little cottage just outside Ottery St. Catchpole.
Lovely to have you with us, Miriam. That's beautiful countryside out there. Now what's keeping you awake tonight? What's on your mind?
Well, it's the oddest thing, Cedric. My owls have been behaving so strangely. I have 3 of them, you see, and for the past week they've been restless during the day, flying about in broad daylight, hooting at noon, refusing to sleep. It's not like them at all. I've tried calming drafts. I've checked for hexes, but nothing seems amiss. It's just keeping me up worrying about them.
How concerning that must be for you, Miriam. Owls are such creatures of habit, aren't they? When their routines change, it does make us worry. Have you noticed anything else unusual? Any changes in the weather, perhaps, or the way the garden looks?
Now that you mention it, yes. The garden has been unusually vibrant. The roses are blooming more brilliantly than ever, even though it's well past their season. And the air feels different, charged somehow, like before a thunderstorm, but the storm never comes.
How fascinating. You know, Miriam, you're not the first person to mention unusual animal behaviour tonight. I've received several owls, the postal kind I mean, about similar situations. I wonder if there's something in the magical atmosphere that's affecting our feathered friends. Try not to worry too much. Animals are often more attuned to magical currents than we are. Perhaps they're sensing something wonderful rather than something worrying. Why don't you make yourself a cup of warm milk with honey? Check on your owls one more time and try to get some rest. I have a feeling this mystery will make more sense in the morning.
You're probably right, Cedric. Thank you. Your voice is already making me feel calmer.
That's what I'm here for, dear. Sleep well, Miriam, And do let us know how your owls are getting on. Ah, and we have another caller. The night is busy tonight, it seems. Welcome to Midnight Murmurs. Who am I speaking with?
Cedric, is that really you? It's Thomas Pemberton. I run the apothecary in Diagon Alley.
Thomas, of course. I've bought many an ingredient from your shop. Wonderful to hear from you. What brings you to call at this late hour? Is something troubling you?
I'm probably worrying over nothing, but I can't sleep, and I thought, well, why not call old Cedric? He always has a way of putting things in perspective. You see, my dreamless sleep drafts have been selling out faster than I can brew them. Everyone's coming in saying they're having the most vivid dreams. Not nightmares, mind you, just incredibly vivid. People are dreaming about places they've never been, seeing things that feel like memories but couldn't possibly be their own.
How very curious, Thomas. And are you experiencing these dreams yourself? You know, Thomas, I'm beginning to see a pattern here. First Miriam, with her restless owls and charged atmosphere. Now you, with vivid dreams and heightened awareness. It sounds to me like magic itself might be stirring in unusual ways, rather than fighting it with dreamless sleep. Perhaps embrace it. Keep a journal by your bed. Write down what you see in these dreams. Sometimes magic communicates through dreams, and maybe there's a message trying to come through. What do you think?
I hadn't thought of it that way. You might be onto something, Cedric. I do feel better just talking about it. Thank you.
My pleasure, Thomas. Rest well, and do come back and tell us if you discover anything interesting in those dreams of yours. Now, let's see who else is awake with us tonight. Welcome, caller. This is Midnight Murmurs. What's your name?
Hi Cedric, I'm Elspeth. I teach herbology at a small magical school in Scotland. Not Hogwarts, one of the smaller academies. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Elspeth, I'm delighted you've called in. Welcome to the conversation. What's on your mind tonight that's keeping sleep at bay?
It's my plants, Cedric. Every single one of them is behaving oddly. My flutterbee bushes are practically vibrating with energy. My venomous tentaculars are docile and almost friendly. Even my mandrakes seem to be humming in harmony. It's beautiful, but also quite unsettling. In 20 years of teaching, I've never seen anything like it.
Elspeth, this is the third call tonight about unusual magical behaviour, restless owls, vivid dreams, and now harmonious plants. I'm starting to think we're witnessing something rather special. Tell me, have you noticed the weather at all? Any changes there?
Actually, yes. There's been the most peculiar rain. It only falls in a small area around the school grounds. Heavy, warm rain, even though everywhere else has been clear. And the strangest thing, Cedric, is that where the rain falls, tiny flowers are sprouting up overnight. Little blue ones I have never seen before.
Blue flowers appearing overnight in magical rain. Elspeth, my dear, I think you're at the centre of something wonderful. Would you do me a favour? Collect one of those flowers and keep it safe. I have a feeling they're important. And try not to worry about your plants. If anything, they sound like they're celebrating. Sometimes magic has a way of expressing joy. And perhaps that's what we're seeing tonight. Blue flowers appearing overnight in magical rain. Elspeth, my dear, I think you're at the centre of something wonderful. Would you do me a favour? Collect one of those flowers and keep it safe. I have a feeling they're important. And try not to worry about your plants. If anything, they sound like they're celebrating. Sometimes magic has a way of expressing joy. And perhaps that's what we're seeing tonight.
You've made me feel so much better, Cedric. I'll collect the flower first thing in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Elspeth. Sleep peacefully. And listeners, we're going to take a brief pause here. I'm going to play some gentle music while I sip my tea and gather my thoughts about what we've heard so far. This is an unusual night indeed, but I find myself feeling more excited than worried. We'll be right back with more calls on Midnight Murmurs.
Hello, Cedric. This is Barnaby. Barnaby Strout. I'm a cartographer. I make magical maps.
Barnaby, what a fascinating profession. I imagine you see the world in ways most of us don't. What brings you to call tonight?
It's my maps, Cedric. They're all updating themselves. Every single one. New paths are appearing. Old routes are shifting. And there's this beautiful golden line that's appeared on every map I own. It starts somewhere in the north and winds south, connecting places I would never have thought to connect. I can't figure out what it represents, and it's driving me to distraction.
A golden line connecting unexpected places. Barnaby, this fits perfectly with what we've been hearing tonight. Magic seems to be revealing something, creating connections, showing us patterns we haven't seen before. Have you tried following the line, seeing where it leads?
I have, actually. It connects areas where magical activity has always been strong. Ancient groves, old standing stones, places where the veil between worlds is thin. But there's one point where multiple lines converge, right around, well, it's hard to say exactly, somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
The Scottish Highlands. Barnaby? I'm noting that detail. Elspeth, our previous caller, teaches at a school in Scotland and reported magical rain and mysterious flowers. I wonder if your maps are pointing us toward the source of tonight's magical stirrings. What do you think?
I think you might be right, Cedric. I feel less anxious now and more curious. Perhaps I should plan a trip north.
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. Keep us posted, Barnaby, and do try to get some sleep tonight. The maps will still be there in the morning, I promise. Thank you for calling. Now, who else is out there in the night? Welcome, caller. You're on Midnight Murmurs.
Cedric! Oh, I'm so glad I got through. This is Marjorie Finch. I run a small bookshop in Hogsmeade.
Marjorie, lovely to hear from you. Hogsmeade is one of my favourite places. Such a charming village. What's troubling you tonight?
It's the books, Cedric. Old books specifically. Every book of magical history, every ancient tome about the founding of magical Britain, they've all been glowing. Just a soft, gentle light, but it's been going on for days now. I thought perhaps it was a preservation charm gone wrong, but it's only affecting books about history and magical places. The fiction is fine, the spell books are normal, but history is glowing.
History is glowing. What a perfectly poetic way to put it, Marjorie. And, that makes complete sense given what we've been hearing tonight. Magic seems to be remembering itself, if that makes any sense. showing us connections to the past, perhaps preparing us for something new. Have any customers been particularly drawn to these glowing books?
Yes, actually. I've sold more history books in the past week than in the previous 6 months. Everyone seems fascinated by stories of the founders of ancient magic, of how magical communities were established. It's like people are searching for something in the past.
Or perhaps the past is trying to speak to the present. Marjorie, I think your glowing books are part of this larger pattern we're seeing. Keep them visible. Let people be drawn to them. Sometimes we need to remember where we've been to understand where we're going. Does that help ease your mind?
It does, Cedric, immensely. You have such a calming way of explaining things. Thank you.
We have just enough time for one more call before the night turns to morning. Welcome, final caller. Who are you?
Cedric, my name is Arthur. I'm quite old now, and I've been listening to your show for years. I've never called before, but tonight felt important.
Arthur, I'm honoured you chose tonight to call. What wisdom do you have to share with us?
I've lived a long time, Cedric. I've seen magic at its worst and at its best. And what's happening tonight, I recognise it. This is what magic felt like when I was young, before fear took hold. Wild and free and joyful. It's been sleeping for so long, waiting for us to be ready for it again. And I think we're ready now. We've learned our lessons, we've paid our prices, and magic knows it, so it's coming back.
Arthur, that's beautiful. Magic has been waiting for us to be ready. What a thought. And you're right, aren't you? We are ready. We've grown. We've learned. We've healed. And now, magic is returning to match that growth. Thank you for calling tonight, Arthur. Your wisdom is the perfect way to end our broadcast.
Thank you for listening, Cedric, and thank you for this show. It's been a comfort to many of us over the years.
The comfort is mutual, Arthur. Sleep well. And listeners, that brings us to the end of tonight's Midnight Murmurs. What an extraordinary night it's been. Different perspectives, all pointing to the same beautiful truth. Magic is waking up. Magic is healing. And we get to be here to witness it. From restless owls to glowing books to harmonious plants. From vivid dreams to perfect bread. It's all connected. Magic is remembering itself, remembering how to be whole. And that source, that wellspring in the Scottish Highlands, is calling to all of us, not to journey there physically, though some of you might, but to journey inward, to remember our own magic, our own wholeness, our own connection to this beautiful, mysterious force that binds us all. As the night gives way to dawn, I want you to rest knowing that you're part of something magnificent. You're connected to every owl, every tree, every drop of magical rain, every star in the sky. You're made of the same magic that's singing through our world tonight. Let that thought carry you into sleep. Let it fill your dreams with wonder. This has been Midnight Murmurs, and I've been your host, Cedric Thornbrook. Thank you for spending this magical night with me. May your sleep be deep, your dreams be vivid, and your waking be filled with the joy of this new beginning that's dawning. The world is changing, dear listeners. Magic is coming home, and we get to welcome it back. Until tomorrow night, or rather until tonight, as we meet again at midnight. Sleep peacefully. Dream beautifully. And remember, you're never alone in the darkness. We're all here together. Connected by magic. Connected by wonder. Connected by the simple act of listening and being heard. This is Cedric Thornbrook, signing off from Midnight Murmurs. The music is rising now, soft and gentle, to carry you into sleep. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Feel the magic in the air. And rest. Just rest. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Good night, dear listeners. Good night.